Welcome to Wednesday. Roof lining there, headlining, all looking good for the moment. And yeah, cheers for the advice. I'll go with the majority for the moment. I won't try and clean it or spray it or calm you guys down, won't touch it. What we'll do, we'll just get the wire and loom and we'll just fit that back in. They're easy enough to pop back out, so if somebody else wants to redo it or we want to redo it later on, we shall do, but it is very brittle, so as I said, I think maybe as you guys say, don't do too much with it. Let's just pop it back in and leave it to the next owner to do something with it. So we got that. Had some ideas about the wire loom, which I think a lot of you started twigging on already. Thanks Chris for your offer again, so I should have emailed you to say thanks. What I think I'm going to just do is fit a floor switch. So yeah, I think that'd be good. It's like I wouldn't say it's a period mod. Obviously the early 60s ones had them, the later ones didn't. But I think it'll still look good. I think it will be smart. People love the old Mk1 minis and the idea of a push button start. And modern cars have them as well, so it's basically what a modern car is. So yeah, so let's go get the wire loom out and get some lights on and get the heater on, I think, because it's a bit nippy in here. We'll just move some of this headlining out of the way. Carefully with you. And then yeah, the rear loom, as I said, wasn't an issue apart from one extra wire that I need to run up to the light again, as interior light, as Chris said. So yeah, let me get the wire loom. I'm just going to do a bit of a compare. What I will say, I don't know if I can see it. The wire loom on the Mk1s goes in. This is where the plastic bowl is, where the speedo then plugs into, and the wire loom just goes through into here. So you know, around the bulkhead and then through. I can't find there's no rubber grommet on the new wire loom. There's no rubber grommet on the old one. I don't remember cutting a rubber grommet off. So yeah, it's very strange. I'm trying to get a picture of somebody else's to see if there's a rubber grommet there. I think we'll try and fit a rubber grommet. I think there's no harm in doing that. Makes sense. But yeah, let us know if you've got any pictures or what your Mk1s look like. Okay, comparing the looms, looking better and better each time I'm thinking about this now. So yeah, it's definitely foot start. I was wide. I had the this is a dim dip switch for your headlights. Stupidly cut the cable, but it's alright, I've still got the fun part. But then I was thinking, okay, I couldn't see where that joined on here on the new loom, but I did have a spare cable earlier that came with the loom, and it's this bit. So basically, yeah, those are the 3 wires that go onto that, and basically at the other end of this, they join in to the into the loom. So you can see that's the old wire, and that's a replacement one. So I might need to just use a couple of joiners off that, I'm not too sure. And yeah, and I found out where it goes up onto the loom up here. So yeah, so that's good. So that's a dim dip switch. As we said, we're going to go with a foot pedal, foot push button start. So yeah, let's just try and lay the loom in a bit. Now we know what we're doing there, and see what it's looking like around the engine bay area. I must try and look at some old photos. I've got the old fuse box here. God, I only had 2 fuses in them. It looks like I've ground it off. It's got like a little square hole there where obviously it went through a panel and I've ground it off. So at the moment the only square hole I can see is there. Oh, I've got a couple over here, so let me just have a see if I can look at my old photos. Must always try and take photos. The trouble is I take too many photos and videos, I end up not having enough space to actually let's just see if I can see the old fuse box anywhere. I think it's up in that top corner. corner. We've got a bit of fur. Yeah, it's up in that top corner, so that's where it would go, the fuse box up there. And then you have the, whatever it's called, the thing there. So that would make sense because that wires would run up there. I'm not too sure at the moment how far this goes through the hole and what stays on top. Obviously, there's a load of backlights here to do with the speedo and stuff, so they must stay this side because they, above the shelf. But I do have another. Oh, that was electrocuting myself then. But I do have a couple of others, so I can't think if there's any lights below the dash or not. I don't think there is. Okie dokie, making a little bit of progress. And fed the loom through. And there's an earth-in point that will go onto the body later. And yeah, we've got some cables going around to the front, which will be the loom across the front, which alternator obviously now. Feeds, and we got. So yeah, then we've got that, and then you've got the headlights, feeds that then split off either side to that. So I think it's going alright so far. I just need to work out, as I said, what goes through the front there. But I'm liking it now. I'm liking it a lot more than I did the other day. I should really read a wiring diagram, which I might do in a bit. But hey, as I'm always telling you the things I don't even know. So, we've got a cable inside the car, which I'm pretty sure goes to our foot switch, looking at the diagrams, for the push button start. Now, 64, and this might be a slightly earlier loom, or for 62, negative earth, positive earth, I can't remember. But in principle, it shouldn't make any difference. You've still got to switch the starter. You need to feed the starter whether it's a negative or positive. You've got to have a switch. You've got to. So this is replaced as a solenoid that you sometimes have on the inner wings of cars and stuff like that on the later Minis. So basically, that goes to a switch. That's on and off. We've got a grey cable that comes up to a fabric sheath cable that comes up to a load of other browns here, which obviously feed off to the fuse box and other areas. So that's strange. So I wonder, okay. So what will happen is underneath the car, I'm thinking, we've got a switch. It's like the old big rally switches, kill switches, but it's a push button that will go through the floor. On one of those connectors, we're going to feed this brown wire and the battery cable from the back of the car. The other wire will then go off to the starter motor. Although that looks like that's running off to the alternator at the moment. So does the push switch on a normal Mini do two different things? I thought it was just a start. I still thought you have the ignition switch. You have the ignition switch and then you have the push button start. It can't do two functions. I've seen in the pictures it only got two connectors. So it can only be an on or off switch, can't it? Can't it? So yeah. So how's that going to work? So brown wire up here to feed all loads of others. So surely got to be that comes up to here, splits off, that powers everything else, powers all the fuse boxes where the ignition's on and off. And then you have another brown wire that's not covered in a sheath that goes off to the alternator. But then that would be the charging wire. So that's got to be connected. Hey! I think I need to read something. everyone trying to explain this in my comments. That'd be easy, isn't it? Easier said than done. The red wire, the blue wire, this goes to the battery. I think we're going to need a drawing. I got it now, I think, searching on the internet. Slight alteration because this has got an alternator. But, so, what we originally would have had is battery cable coming from the battery to the switch on the floor. This brown wire would have connected to that battery as well because it needs to feed the fuse box and all the ignition and everything. Then you'd have another battery cable coming off the other connector to the starter motor. You push your button, that's your solenoid, it kicks the starter motor over. This has been modified for an alternator, so that's why it's got an extra cable running separately to the alternator. So I think these two go together on the same connector, on the same battery, so that would constantly technically give it a feed to the alternator, or it allows it. So yeah, it's a separate wire. I think that's it, and that'll work. So yeah, we need to create another separate battery cable up to the starter motor using our black battery cable. Excellent, we're getting there, we're getting there. I think that's it. If anyone disagrees, please shout. I was going to say something else, ask you guys something, forgot what it was now. But anyway, yeah, so I think we're doing good, we're doing good. We're loving this, this is working well. And yeah, alright, that'll do. It is damn cold out here. Next time what we'll do, we'll run the loom over the top to the back of the car. And we'll be well away, which joins at the front here, which joins onto these wires that go here. They changed so much from the Mark 1 to the Mark 2s, you know, and the later one. It really seems like the Mark 1 was just gore. I don't know, not rushed, but geez. They definitely cut a few corners, and that would be the wiper motor. So anyway, pasta dinner, innit? Pasta, no, we had that yesterday. Chicken fajitas, definitely. Oh, I don't know what's going on, I don't even know what day it is. Feeling a bit rough again, but I'm get over that. I'm feeling the best I have done. Little bit of warning next week. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be doing over the Christmas period. We've got a lot of family plans, so I'm really not too sure how much time I will get over the next couple of weeks. I'll try and I'll at least try and do a Christmas Day video if I can, but do apologise. I'll try and give you guys warning. You might have to just spend some time with your family instead of watching me. So yeah, I do apologise if there's not going to be any videos next week, but I know I've got no plans for New Year's Day, so we'll be back out here, New Year's Day, worst case scenario, cracking on with videos and getting this thing rolling. But anyway, have a good Christmas, but I'll speak to you tomorrow anyway. Bye.